Hey y'all, what is poppin'? It's your girl Honeyz, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different. I actually haven't sat down to record a video in probably around over a week, if not more than that. I've posted 2 videos in the past 2 weeks, but they were like collective. Like, it took me a minute to even put that together, to even throw on YouTube, but I just didn't want to not post like over 7 days or whatever the case may be. But today's video is honestly just gonna be a rant. I feel like I need to dip my toe back into YouTube low-key, because I feel like I'm in such a headspace where, honestly, I'm depressed. I don't know if it's postpartum depression mixed with regular depression or what the fuck, but I feel like I've been in such a headspace where I've been in such a cloud where I can't even engage with the camera no more. And I feel like when I first started doing these videos, like, it was literally like a diary for me to be able to like talk about my life, show y'all my everyday, whatever. And now it's seeming like I gotta post, I gotta make content, I gotta post, I gotta make content. And like, mind you, I don't even have like 500 subs, so I don't even get like monetization benefits off of YouTube. I make no money off of YouTube. I make when I say like small commission, I'm talking about like 10-20%, which is literally $1 or $2 off of my Amazon associates. So like, because I'm an Amazon influencer, when I get certain products, if y'all click on the video, if y'all click on the products or y'all buy them, I get a very small commission. So that's not actually making me like real life money. I've been making money doing crochet and like other side hustles, baking and stuff like that, to maintain stability. So I am a stay-at-home mom. As if you guys watch my video, y'all know I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 baby girls. And I feel like I've been so overwhelmed with having to stay put and be a stay-at-home mom that my brain is low-key like tapping out. It's been, if my Tay-Tay's gonna be 6 months, I have been home for 8 months. And this is the longest periodically time that I've ever just stayed home and done nothing. And I feel very, very unmotivated. I feel I feel like I have such a lack of self because I'm not being productive in the way I'm used to being productive, which is making money. And I didn't realize how overwhelming motherhood was when you're staying home. I always considered being a stay-at-home mom like a luxury, which, don't get me wrong, this is very much a luxury because of the pure fact that, like, when I had Coco, I went back to work with Coco when I was 6 weeks postpartum. I haven't yet to go back to work when I have Tay-Tay, and she's about to be 6 months, like I said. But I'm realizing that it is really causing a damper in my mental health as well as in my relationship, because of the pure fact that it's to the point where it's like, Tay-Tay's less than a year old. All she does is cry. That's how she learns how to communicate. With Coco mimicking Tay-Tay, plus her being in her terrible twos, it's like I have to hear noise all day long, to the point where, like, when my man calls me to just vent about work, it's like I don't even want to hear it, because I don't want to hear talking. Like, the noise itself, like, fuck what he has to say. It's like the words coming out of his mouth, period, they're making too much noise for me. And I feel like it's making me low-key a little bit of an absent partner, because of the pure fact that I'm so drained over the day that I feel like I can't show up for my partner during the night. Like, I still have conversations with him. I still listen to him about his day. I still make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, like, food is cooked, laundry's done, room is nice, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like on an interpersonal level and us having to communicate with each other, I feel like literally mentally I don't even have the capacity to be there for somebody. And I'm even realizing that in even my friendships as well. Like, I don't even hit up my friends like I'm supposed to be, because I'm so in my head. I'm not even realizing it's been 3, 4, 5 days since I've spoken to my best friend, and that's not normal for me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't know if this is a rant or just like a talk with y'all, but I feel like it's more like a rant, because this is like, I don't understand this whole, you have kids, so why, like, you chose to have kids, so why are you complaining mentality from people who don't have any children. Like, just because I wanted to be a mom. And I remember watching this video of this woman, literally, like, she locked herself in her closet and she was crying, and you can hear her toddler screaming in the background. And she was just basically talking about how overwhelming it is for her to have to deal with the emotions of a little person, knowing she can't really spank them for real, knowing she can't really yell or curse at them for real like that, because they're not coherent enough to understand how to deal with their emotions. Like, yes, Coco can talk to me, but she's not at the age yet where she can full-blown understand why she's upset, or understand why she's sad, or understand why something is hurting her feelings. She just knows her feelings are hurt, or she's upset, so she's gonna lash out. That's what terrible twos are. Not saying like I have no structure for my kids, like I'm just gonna let her do whatever, because I do talk to her on a normal day-to-day basis, because I do want her to understand, even though emotions are honest and they're true to yourself, not all the time is rational the way you're putting it out in the world, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even when it comes to talking to my partner, it's one of those things where it's like he doesn't even understand how much of myself I have to spread thin to be a partner, to be a mother, just to be a woman, and also to just have to heal on myself. So it was just one of those things where it's just like, I hope somebody or numerous people watch this video and could just shed some light on how the fuck y'all deal with this shit without like blowing y'all brains out low-key, because it's one of those things where it's just like, me talking to other moms, it helps, but it don't help. Because like, for example, when I talk to my mom about it, she's gonna explain it to me how it is, the good, the bad, the ugly, but it's the truth. And when you understand that motherhood is literally a shit show, and that is the truth, I feel like it is very discouraging, because you literally don't know what to do. And at the end of the day, all kids are different. So what I can advise you, what works in my parenting for my children, are not always gonna work with yours. So it's literally like, nobody can prepare you to have a kid until your child is. And even that, again, Tay Tay and Coco are different kids. You know what I'm saying? So what it's gonna take to appease the little one, and what's gonna appease to take the, like, for the big one, it's gonna be two completely different things. It could or could not be, but I don't know yet until I get there. I've never had a 2-year-old until she turned 2. I never had a 6-month, well, I had a 6-month-old, but yeah, especially for like Coco, I've never had a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old. So I'm not gonna understand how to deal with that until she gets there. And I feel like it is a very frustrating part in my life, because when I'm realizing, when it comes to like the men are from Mars and women are from Venus, like, that shit is literally true, bro. You can have a very empathetic partner, but at the end of the day, you can have a very empathetic partner, but no matter what it is, at the end of the day, like, you have a penis and I have a vagina, bro. We're gonna look at, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna look at things differently. And even when it comes to, don't touch that, but don't touch that though. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. If you have to hear that for 12 hours out of your day because your partner's at work, you're not gonna... Why is a Jacksonville number calling me? Give me 1 second. First of all, Jacksonville, you need to stop calling me about some fucking roofing, bitch. I don't even own a house. Why are you calling me about my roof? I don't own a roof. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, overstimulation. So yeah, like, even with her doing that, like, he don't be understanding that it's like, I understand, don't get me wrong, you have a job for 12 hours a day, but I literally tell him all the time, the only thing I don't do now is have a 9 to 5. Everything that was on my plate before is still on my plate now. The only thing I don't do is physically go outside and make money. I make money for the crib. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, I feel like in partner dynamics, I feel like right now I'm really realizing what my role is as a woman and what his role is as a man, and how we need to intertwine the two. Because it is, for a woman like me, I'm used to doing things by myself, not because I've never had support, but that's how my mama raised me. Don't ever depend on nobody more than you could depend on yourself, period, point blank. And especially me having to experience single motherhood with Coco, like, I don't play about certain things. Can you leave her alone? She's sleeping. Can you leave her alone? She's sleeping. And I love my babies. Like, I love my babies. Don't ever get it twisted. I love my babies. But I am not understanding, and I did not understand, and I'm still not understanding. Bro, how do y'all deal with the stresses of being a mom? Because the amount of shit that I put my mom through as a kid, and even as like a young adult, I would have wrung my own neck if I was my mom. And I don't even understand how she's had that much patience and cool for literally over 20 years. And then me and my brother are Irish twins. We're less than a year apart. So don't even get me started on how she did that, because even that is appalling to me. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, what else can I do to help me not lose my mind? Like, I'm trying to get back into, that's why my face kind of looks greasy, because I did like my entire skincare routine this morning and my face still looks pretty good. But it's just like finding the time to do my skincare, to do my nails, to do my lashes, even as simple as taking a shower, bro. Depression is real. I can go full-blown disclosure. I can go 3 days without even without even realizing that I haven't even taken a shower. Because I'm worried about them too and the house so much that I'm not thinking about myself. At the end of the night, all I want to do is, I'll usually change. I'm a person that, like, I sweat on a daily basis anyways, like day to day. So I usually change my clothes from what I was wearing during the day before I go into my bed anyways. But it's just like, I don't even have the energy to even want to, like, wind down anymore. I'll drink wine, smoke a blunt, and take my ass to sleep. Like, I feel like I'm losing my me time. And even when it comes to crocheting, like, crocheting was something that I did to help me with my postpartum depression, and then I wanted to turn it into a business. So now I have to do it to make money. You see? So I feel like little things like that, like, I'm not even giving myself the pleasure of having, like, a hidden hobby. I feel like everything to me is programmed to be a hustle. If it's not profitable, don't do it, when it really shouldn't even be like that. Because, like I said to my point earlier, like, the whole reason why I did YouTube was to be able to speak my fucking piece. And I feel like right now is the time where, like, I don't know if I'm going to keep vlogging for right now. I may or may not. But I do feel like this is the time where I just need to talk my shit. And I need to get back into my, what the fuck does Honey want? Like, what does she want? Because the person that I've envisioned that I was going to be at 25, I've accomplished some things, but not all the way there yet. So I feel like 26 is like a really, really big year for me. It is a really, really big year for me. So it's just like, I feel like I need to get my shit together. I'm not a person that is comfortable with therapy, because therapy is textbook. Therapy is not based on your emotions. Therapy is based on an event that has dealt with a result of an action. Now we need to therefore not do the action because we know what the initial problem that resulted of that action was, if that makes any sense. It's to find the root of the evil, but it's not a way of life, if that makes sense. Therapy is supposed to help you get to the point of then to succeed, but they're not helping you to succeed. It's a interpersonal thing. Like, you can go to therapy every single day, but if you're not implementing what that therapist is telling you, it's not there. You're wasting your money. You're paying somebody to tell you their opinion that you're not gonna listen to anyways. So it's just one of those things where I feel like I need to get back into my spirituality. I need to get back into reading a lot more. Like, I used to read a lot of books just for fun. I don't read anymore. I feel like I don't journal anymore. Like, I don't exercise anymore. I just smoke. And I stay productive in my house. And I feel like that's not enough for me. I feel like I'm staying stagnant in my mental. And if I want to be the person that I envisioned when I was little, I need to get back on my Zoom, bro. And I feel like, in a nutshell, I hope I don't get copyrighted for her little, like, songs that are in the background. But overall, I feel like if I don't do this now, I'm not going to be a good mom. Because at the end of the day, it's like when they say, like, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to know what other people love you? It's true. You can love other people when you don't love yourself, but you're not going to understand the value of when somebody is loving you if you do not know how you want to be loved by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like I need to get back into the, okay, what did I want from my mom when I was little? What did she give me? What didn't she give me? The things that she did. Okay, you see, I can't even. Yeah, like, basically, like, to take from the things that I did appreciate a lot, because I had a very present mother, like a very, very present mother. So it bamboozles me when I see a lot of things online about little girls moms not believing their little girls when something happens to them, calling them fast, putting them out in the street, and then calling them fast. Y'all not monetizing these babies' phones. I'm seeing too many little girls shaking ass on TikTok. It's just very inappropriate. And especially because I'm at the point where it's like, I'm almost completely 10 years away from when I first entered adulthood, which is 18. I'm about to be 26. I'm 2 years shy of a decade of me being an adult, bro. Like, that's a big ass deal to me. And I feel like, when I was a little girl, don't get me wrong, I wanted to be a little bit more grown than what I wanted to be. But to the extent that I'm seeing now, like, I'm getting so much anxiety from me even thinking about my girls being grown that it's making me itch. Like, this is too much. And I feel like, fuck a daddy not being home. Bitch, is the mama home when I knock on the door? Like, Where's the presence in teaching your little girl how to be a little girl, a young woman, and then a fucking woman? It's like a huge ass jump to like once you're like fucking 12 or 13, a little girl hits their period and it's like, oh, now she's grown. Oh, now she's trying to be fast. It's like, no, how about she's hitting puberty like everybody else? She's being curious like everybody else. She wants to be experimental like everybody else. Not saying all the way like in a sexual way, but just with clothing, with being able to wear certain levels of makeup and doing hair if the little girl wants to do that. Like, my mom used to let me get my nails done from when I had graduated 8th grade. She started letting me get my nails done. She started letting me dye. I wasn't able to bleach my hair until I was an adult. Like, until I was able to buy it with my own money, I wasn't able to bleach my hair. But my mom let me start dyeing my hair and flat ironing my hair heavily when I was 16. When I killed my hair, it's because I killed my hair. It's not because she killed my hair. With tattoos, like even me getting like a nose ring, like this one was my first, the one on my right side is my first nose ring. I had to wait until I could sign that myself. All these tattoos that I have on my body, this one is my first tattoo ever. I got this on my 18th birthday, meaning I signed for it myself. I got it the day after my 18th birthday because I graduated on my 18th birthday, high school. I had to sign that for myself. Like, my mama was not playing that with me. There was girls that I knew since I was a jit, like since I was in 6th grade, that had belly button piercings that were, and mind you, at 6th grade, you're what, 11 or 12 years old? Not even. I think you're 10. I think you're 10 going on 11 at 6th grade. Belly button rings, dyeing their hair. I knew girls in 6th grade that were having sex with older boys / men. Like, tattoos, smoking. I started smoking cigarettes and weed in 6th grade. Is that normal? Probably no. Was I doing it? Yes. But it's just one of those things where it's like, if that's what was my environment in a bad environment at 10, this is seeming like the environment period for younger generations now. Like, that is what childhood is. Doing drugs, having sex, looking grown, being fast. And it's like, that's not a childhood, bro. And I feel like parents are condoning it by the music that y'all putting around y'all kids. At this point, y'all having niggas rapping ABCs to babies instead of singing nursery rhymes. Like, it's a generational thing. So I feel like people not understanding like just how there's generational wealth. Yeah, there's also generational curses that is being implemented from mother to mother to mother to mother, and y'all not seeing that it's a common denominator, that y'all are the issue. And I feel like I'm understanding at this point in my motherhood where I am the issue. Not saying that I'm a bad mom or a bad spouse or nothing like that, but I'm realizing that it can be a slippery slope. If you keep not caring, that can roll over and roll over and roll over. And that's how y'all women end up with no man in the household, because y'all are so in y'all head and y'all have no help that it's being neglectful to your spouse. So now you have no spouse. Therefore, now you're going to end up resenting the fact that you have no man, and now resenting your kids because now they're still overwhelming you and you have no help and you got no nigga. And now you gotta work, so it's even on top of that. Now you're not spending even time with your kids, so you're not even be able to have the opportunity to see what the fuck your kids are doing. Hello? Like, it's a problem, and it's a systemic issue, especially in the Black and minority community. Like, people are not understanding that. So it's one of those things where it's like, no, I'm not married. Do I plan to be? Yes. Before I turn 30, I would love to be married. I really do want a healthy 2-parent Black household for my 2 little girls. I feel like it's too... The world already sucks up your kids enough where you don't have to help them in the process, bro. Like, my mama always told me, like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave it off with this because I feel like I am ranting a little bit too much, and I am gonna, my little one just woke up, so I'm gonna end it like this, and hopefully this reaches a good, you know what I'm saying, but a good audience. But my mama always said, your children are always gonna come out with mommy and daddy issues. Your responsibility is to lessen the amount of issues they have with you. And I'm gonna just leave it like that. It's our jobs to be good parents no matter what age we is. I would have had to bust my ass if I had these babies at 16, you know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, I hope you liked my little rant. For any of my mamas out there, bitch, I feel you. I love you. You're doing great with the babies. Like, you're trying everything you fucking can, girl. Keep on pushing, bitch. You know what I'm saying? With a man, without a man, with help, with no help. But you got this. Like, you got this. And I do want to talk more about, like, motherhood, because I really feel like this is a good topic. And especially being a mom, I feel like as I get older, I'll have more input and commentary to put in these conversations. So I will see y'all in my next one.